Text by Ahmed Yusri, Hussein Taha, Sam Khalil. Achibi is the author of Things Fall Apart. Chinua Achebe is an African and Nigerian well-known author and is one of the African literature founders. Achebe was born on November 16, 1930 in Igbo village of Ogdi in eastern Nigeria. He became the son of Isaiah Okafor Achebe and Janet Eyegubum Achebe. Isaiah Okafor Achebe, the father, worked in the church as an instruction in Christian Catholicism for the missionary society. At the time of Achebe's birth, Nigeria was a colony, was a British colony. As the British educated the Nigerian families the English language, like Achebe's family, which had the privileges in the Nigerian political system. Unfortunately, Achebe died at the age of 82 on the 21st of March 2013. Achebe is often considered as the most influential character in contemporary African literature. Things Fall Apart was his debut book that was published in 1958 and questioned not only European myths about Africans, but Achebe also established beliefs about the structure and purpose of the novel. When Achebe reached university, Achebe ditched his original name due to his hate towards the English or UK colony. It was at first Albert Achebe. He changed it into Chinua Achebe, which is shortened for Chinua Lumugu, as it means God's own blessing. For the first 2 years of Achebe's education, he joined the Church Missionary Society schools. When Igbo was the predominant language of teaching in Nigeria, therefore, Achebe began learning English when he was approximately at the age of 8. Due to Achebe's late introduction to English, it allowed him to develop a feeling of cultural pride and admiration for his own values that he would not have developed if he had been educated solely with the language of English. Achebe's family were exposed to both cultures of the Nigerian and of the English or UK culture. As Achebe read English novels in his father's library and listened to his mother and sister retell traditional stories. So at the age of 14, Achebe was accepted into the Government College of Umuahia. It was regarded one of the greatest colleges and universities in Western Africa. Achebe thrived and aced his academics grades. Then Achebe decided to study medicine at the University College of Ibadan. Due to the need of higher educated Nigerians in the administration, as Nigeria was prepared for self-rule and independence, a Nigerian could only rise through ranks of civil service if they had a college diploma. And then Achebe decided to change his major to liberal arts by taking religion, history, and English with them. Achebe's authoring career started with the publishing of novels in the University of Herald. These stories were taken into the novel collection of Girls at War and Other Stories, which was released into the public in the year 1972. Some of these stories that Achebe published into the public, like Dead Man's Path, highlights the difficulties that Nigeria has suffered due to the Western civilization's colonization. Chinua Achebe was a key figure throughout the Nigerian Civil War. Achebe was an ambassador that joined the Biafran government. He appeared to be a strong advocate for Africa, and he chastised the federal administration in Nigeria. He not only served as an ambassador carrying Eastern Nigeria's voice towards the rest of the world and wrote podcasts about the Civil War, he also found himself unable to complete large fiction work at this time. Now we go on to Hussein.
Igboland is a cultural and common linguistic region in southern Nigeria. Igboland is the indigenous homeland of the Igbo people and is known for its preserved culture and religion, which differs from the cities of Nigeria. In 1914, Britain looked to stop slave trades with Nigeria and invading and colonizing it after finding that it is full of beneficial resources. During the colonization, British soldiers would look for young and fit Nigerians to take to war. This included World War I, where Nigerians were forced to invade the German colonized country, Cameroon, and also World War II, where Nigerians were forced to fight with the Allies in wars to defeat the Axis powers. During their time in Nigeria, the British would write colonial literature or texts about the Nigerians and show them to be savages while praising themselves as heroes and saviors. Lastly, one of Nigeria's anti-colonial and pro-democracy activists, Anthony Nehru, began the independence movement, which led to Nigeria gaining its independence in 1960. After gaining independence, Anthony Nehru became known as the father of Nigeria. There were many changes during the British rule. This included the spread of Western education, the English language, and Christianity. Additionally, new forms of transportation, communication, and money were developed. And the Nigerian economy became based on the export of cash crops. However, the natives experienced a significant loss of culture and identity, and this was because the British introduced their culture, language, behavior, beliefs, and other ways of life to Nigeria and forced them on the people.
Cultural structures of the Igbo people. The Igbo people are people who speak Igbo, the language of the Benue Congo branch of the Niger Congo language family, who live primarily in southern Nigeria, which is over here. Northern, southern, western, and eastern, or the Cross River. Northern and eastern are the major cultural divisions among the Igbo people. Before the European colonization, the Igbo people lived in autonomous local communities rather than as distinct people. However, by the mid-20th century, a strong sense of ethnic identity had formed, and in 1967, the Igbo dominated the eastern portion of Nigeria and attempted to separate from Nigeria as the independent Republic of Biafra. By the turn of the century, the Igbo had grown to a population of almost 20 million people. Traditional Igbo religion includes a belief in a creator god, which is Chukwu or Chineke, which is this god, who created all life on land, including the Igbo people. An earth goddess, Allah, this god, who controls nature and the weather, and she's basically Mother Nature, and numerous other deities, which are over here, and spirits, as well as belief in ancestors who protect their living descendants. Many Igbo people are now Christians, some practicing a different version of Christianity, intermingled with indigenous beliefs. So these people. And these are usually practiced in modern today. So music in between the Igbo people. So the Igbo people are endowed with numerous dance music performances, which portray the culture of the people. Traditional music is so much a part of the Igbo culture. Music and festivities in an integral part of are like a huge part of the Igbo lifestyle, especially during weddings, child naming, chief coronations, and festivals. Igbo subgroups are clan-based with diverse ethnic identity, fashion, music, dance, and folklore.
That's it. Thank you for listening attentively, and goodbye.